got some guitars today that are costing you less than or around 10,000 rupees. So if you're a beginner, these are some picks for you from our end. So let's introduce these guitars.
So what I have with me is the ST20 by Strat-style. It's basically a Strat-style guitar. And what do you have?
I have the SEIB370 from SQOE. So this is supposed to be a super strat. It's got all 24 frets and an HSH configuration. We've also got another guitar over here in the back, which is the SQOE SEST230, 250, 270. All of them are very similar, just with minor cosmetic differences. So yeah, this will represent all of those. So yeah, let's begin really quickly by talking about their specs.
So simple configuration, humbucker, single coil. You've got your 3 control pots, which is basically one volume, which controls the overall volume. You have your tone controls. Now this tone control is going to control the neck pickup. This tone control is going to control the middle pickup. And of course the bridge pickup is always on full tone, as you can see here. Now, the way the 5-way selector switch works, as with any Strat, you start off with the neck pickup, then you go to neck and middle pickup, middle and bridge pickup. Pretty straightforward.
Yes.
It comes with a maple neck and a maple fretboard, basswood body. Very interesting thing is the volume it's a linear volume control, something you don't really get on a lot of these low price guitars. But this one has a really nice smooth, like I'll just show you how it goes right from, even at the low volume, I'm at like 2 right now, very clean. Increase it a little bit, get some more dirt, and then you get that edge of breakup sound. And as you go higher,
yeah, so that guitar does some great tones. Coming over to this one, this also has a basswood body, a maple neck, but this one gets a rosewood fretboard, which is a lot more darker in its look. And also, if you notice, it's got the shark tooth inlays, something like an Ibanez or a Schecter. And then it's got 3 pickups, but they are different on this one. So you've got a humbucker, you've got a single, but you get a humbucker on the neck. Why do we need a humbucker on the neck? Well, a simple reason is if you play high gain stuff, single coils tend to be a little noisy. Keegan, can you just show them how much noise your guitar produces?
Right now I'm not holding the strings and you can hear there's the slight
buzz.
And
if we just turn up the gain a little bit, you can hear that type of a noise. Whereas on this guitar, that noise will be a lot lesser. You can hear over here a slight hum, but it's far more quieter. And also the neck is going to be a lot more bassier, a lot more creamier. That's because of the humbucker. That's just the tone of the humbucker. So this allows you to play a lot more high gain on the neck pickup as well. Solves a lot of those humming problems. This is what we call a super strat. It's also got 2 extra frets compared to that guitar. It's got 24 frets, and that completes 2 complete octaves of the fretboard. So you've got the same fretboard over here and then the same fretboard over here, complete octave range. So yeah, and at the same time that just pushes the neck pickup back a little bit compared to something like a Strat. And
right up here.
Yeah, so on a traditional Strat, pickup would be slightly forward. On this, it's slightly backwards, and that just allows for a different tone that comes through the guitar pickup as a whole. This also got a 5-way pickup selector, so you've got a humbucker on your neck, you push it back 1, and then the humbucker and the single comes in, then the single coil pickup, then the single coil and the bridge, and finally just the bridge pickup. The controls on this are a lot more simpler. You've got a simple volume and tone for all the pickups. So on that, you had a separate 2-tone configuration. On this, it's just a single tone knob, which is a lot easier to understand and also a lot more simple to operate for someone like a beginner. So yeah, this is about this beautiful guitar, which is the SEIB370. It's also available in different colors. Moving over to the SEST230. Keegan, can you plug it in?
Sure. So I have with me the lovely SEST230 by SQOE in this nice cherry red color.
I love the color on that one.
Yeah.
Man.
So this has a similar configuration to the ST30 by Strat-style. Again, they are both HSS style strats. So again, the 2-tone pots control these 2 pickups. Humbucker is always on full tone. 5-way switch goes from neck pickup to neck and middle pickup. Middle and
Yeah,
bridge
same.
pickups.
I think both of them are pretty similar guitars. The only difference being this maintains that traditional Strat style look, whereas that one is leaning towards the super Strat look with the darker
With a slightly
rosewood
darker,
fretboard and also the blacked out tuners and stuff like that.
Yes, slightly modern. So let's just play it a little bit. I'm gonna start off with the neck pickup.
That's a very stonky.
Yes. I'm gonna roll off the tone and see the volume and the tone. Let's see what it sounds like. So even just like the Stridum, the ST30 that we saw, this has a nice linear volume control. So I can go from.
I like how honky that is.
Yes, it's got its nice honk. So if you want to do all your blues licks. And at the same time, if you want to go like really hard rock and roll.
Sounds really authentic, I think, in my opinion. That sounds so
Absolutely
like
lovely.
a Strat, right? And for the money, I think 10,000 rupees, you're getting something so good. It's quite unbelievable, honestly. And when you talk about this one versus that one, coming to the tones, this can do a lot more heavier tones. So this will just sound a lot more bassier. It can take a lot more gain. The pickups are also slightly more high output. So just rolling off the volume and bringing it in. You can notice even with like, slight volume, it has a lot of gain.
Yeah, I guess that just has more overtones. It's more geared towards like the rock,
The metal
kind
of people.
metal kind of people, yeah.
And then even slightly start getting into that crunchy territory. And then you push it up all the way, and then it's quite literally chugs. So this is the chugger out of all of them, and those are slightly more tamed.
So these are, I would say, more for like a blues sound. So right now I've got everything up on full. I'm gonna just turn up the gain a little bit and let's see.
I love it because the thing with this one is that it has like that mid scoop thing.
Yes.
It's like that high gain metal type of a pickup, which will sound absolutely great when you're playing those soaring solos. But for something like blues, it really has that, mid range and it pushes through, cuts through, that type of a guitar. Whereas on this, if you notice, if we play. That's just a different type of a sound that you're going to get out of a super Strat versus a Strat. And let's really quickly plug in the Magna also. Yeah, you were saying something about the outputs?
So one thing I would say is the output on the Stridums are a lot hotter than the one on the SQOE. So right now on the setting that I was with the SQOE, it was pretty clean. But now I'm getting that slight, it's starting to crunch.
Yeah.
So I go. But it's also a lot noisier. So,
yeah, that's just the thing with more output, right?
With higher output, you're going to get that noise. So that's just like one thing to kind of consider while getting these two guitars.
Yeah, so I would say like this is the cleanest of all of them. This is the lowest output that you can get out of all of them.
Yep.
This is somewhere in between, and then this is just on another level.
Yeah, that's.
So this is like really hot. This you would really just use if you're playing high gain stuff. This just fits in really well in that territory. This can be like, used for a lot of different things, but I mean, it does not have the humbucker on the neck pickup. So if you really want to get that humbucker tone, that bassier tone, the more rounding how do you explain the humbucker?
Well, the humbucker's just got this more overtones. It's got more. Yep, and as opposed to.
That just sounds a little thinner, whereas this sounds more fatter.
You can hear it's still got that mid-range boost.
Yeah. Whereas this is one. This is more fatter. This is one. And I would sing like
Yeah. So again, if you listen to like different genres, you notice the blues has those like mid-range, even with vocals, whereas rock has like those screamers.
So yeah, I think you guys get a pretty solid idea from our singing on how these pickups sound. And yeah, that's a little more mid-rangey. This is more high-end bass end. This is the cleanest. This is somewhere in between. This is for more high-gain players. You can decide for yourself. All of them cost really similar amount of money, and they are, in terms of quality, what would you say, Keegan? Which is the best one in terms of quality?
I really like the
This
Magnas.
one, no?
Yes, I think the Magna, the Stridum, Magna by Stridum, has really knocked it out of the park, because also a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
I am a fan of the matte black. It's not something that we see too often, but now it's kind of coming into fashion.
Yeah, I really like it, man. It's like really minimal. At the same time, it's kind of professional looking. Looks like something you can take to gigs. It's like a workhorse type of a guitar.
Absolutely. You would consider this taking to gigs. Again, you can change the pick
No
guard out.
fingerprints that would come, nothing like that.
No
Whereas
marks.
this, you have to keep it clean.
Yeah, I can already see the fingerprints on there.
Yeah, so this you have to like really wipe it and keep it clean. On that, it wouldn't matter as much. But even these, let me just check the neck really quickly. So this has slightly a thinner neck, which is like kind of expected
From
with
the
a Super Strat.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the fret ends, you don't feel them on either of them.
Yeah, the fret finish is really.
And these two just have like a very similar build quality coming from the same company. So yeah, the quality on them is pretty solid. But yeah, I think this one has a slightly better quality compared to both of them. So these are slightly lesser well built compared to that. But even these are nothing to complain about. And all of them also get whammy bars.
Yes,
So
they do.
we did not have them right now, so we did not put them in. But you can get the tremolo thing going on as well with all three
If
of them.
that's something that you are interested in.
And yeah, towards the conclusion, I mean, yeah, you can get any of them and be happy. You can decide for yourself which one suits best your style of playing and what you want to grow up being. I think if you're somewhat of a Metallica fan,
Yeah, you would want to go for that.
you'd want this.
If you're a John Mayer fan,
You'd want this.
or that.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe that actually, because of the rosewood.
Yeah. And then you've got this.
Yeah, if you're
Mark
a
Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler, David Gilmour.
It's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes.
Yes.
But yeah, you get the point. So yeah, just to rock out once again then.
Let's
towards the
go.
end. So you want a solo?